Welcome back everyone. So this is my new lecture on dictionaries, and here guys we'll be learning about dictionaries and tuples also. So I'll be covering both topics in the same module because tuples doesn't contain that explanation to explain. So let's get started with dictionaries. So first let me give you the theory part and then let's get into the Jupyter notebook. So first I'll read out the theory matter and then I'll explain all that. So this section will serve as brief introduction to dictionaries and consists. It consists of constructing a dictionary, accessing objects from a dictionary, nesting dictionaries, and basic dictionary method. So why dictionary? What dictionary? How how it will work in Python. So dictionary is very useful in Python for mapping objects. So if you want to search a word in a real life dictionary like Oxford dictionary, any kind of, so you'll just go with the starting alphabet such as A, B, C, D up to Z, and then you'll go for the next letter like A. And if you want to search for and, then you'll go for A, and then in the A section you'll go for N, and then in that section you'll easily find out and. If you did not find out in that section also, you'll go for T, then a whole word will come and you can easily catch that. So that is known as mapping, and you can also do that in Python using dictionaries method. So what are mappings? Mappings are a collection of objects that are stored by a key, and unlike a sequence that stored objects by their relative position, there is an important distinction. Since mappings won't retain order since they have objects defined by a key. So in Python, they consist of keys and items. So particular contain keys stores particular items like key 1 equal to object 1 and key 2 equal to object 2 or item 2 kind of. Let's head to Jupyter notebook and then I'll explain you everything there clearly. Okay, here we are at the Jupyter notebook to explain you about dictionaries. So in the dictionaries, first we'll go with the format of the dictionaries and creating a new dictionary. You'll be getting this practice sheet in my GitHub media. So there you can get all of the resources that has happened up till now. So don't worry, you can go through them, of course. And you can also visit my official website and you can see everything related to my course there, and you can also take a brief review of this boot camp. Let's get started with the dictionaries format. So first we'll create a new dictionary, and then first let me explain you about the format of a dictionary. So in list you taught about the square brackets, but in dictionaries you will be knowing about curly braces, where that will hold dictionary. That differs dictionary and list. And also dictionaries contains two items, that is keys and items. So let's say my dict is equal to, remember the curly braces, that is very important. And let's say key 1. So to equate key 1, you have to use this symbol and just say item 1, and then let's go for key 2 relating to item 2. Okay, you are getting that, right? And key 3 for item 3. Okay, so let's run this. Here we just assigned a value for key 1, that is item 1. So key 1, the key is holding an object called item 1, and the next key is holding an object called item 2, and the next one is holding an object called item 3. Let's go with the basics method first. So I created a dictionary that contains infinite values, and what should I do for getting the second key or third key or fourth key? So in my dictionary I just have three keys, and then I need the second one. I don't remember anything, just I need the second key. What does it store? So for that we type my dict. Remember, we have to use square brackets when we are indexing something. So this is also known as indexing, okay? So to index that, just type the key 2 in inverted commas as it is. So remember all the indentations, capitals, smalls, everything, and just run this. You got your item 2, which is there in key 2. So next, now I am showing you the basic and major advantage of dictionaries. So dictionaries can even hold other items, other data types of Python. So let's say, for example, I am reassigning my dict. My dict is equal to key 1 is to this is an integer, right? So I'm typing an integer here. For integer you don't need all those. So let's my dict 2, okay, for no confusion. Let's type that, and then let's go for key 2, assigning a value of so here remember that I'm typing a list. See, this is a list. Remember, right? If you don't, please go back to the list lecture and then learn from that. Get the knowledge from there. Okay? So the next one, let's say key 3 equal to in here we are keeping strings. So we have to use inverted commas. Item 1, comma, item 2, comma, item 3. Okay. Oh, sorry, forgot inverted commas. Yeah, there you go. So now in here we just assigned for a dictionary. In dictionary we also even kept lists. So let's run this. And now let's say I need the list stored in my key 3. You know that in the previous example I've told you how to index a value. Let's say I need my key 3 values. Okay, I got item 3. Okay, why did I get item 3? Oh, it's going for this one. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Now you got that list. I'm sorry for the confusion. I just forgot to type this too. Okay. So in the second dictionary, you just got your list which is stored in key 3. Okay. Next, what if I want to just change all these items into uppercases, like my dict 2, right? Yeah, before we forgot that, key 3 again. Let's type key 3 again, and then in here all of uppercases. Typo. Yeah. List. Okay, so wait a second, I forgot that list does not hold that. Let's only just item 1. Let's only imagine that we have only one item, and let's run this cell and run this again, and then run this again. See, you got item 1 which is stored in your key 3. So here we got one more point also by practicing. So what we got, that is the list doesn't support upper cases. So whatever are there in the list, they won't get changed into upper cases. Okay, no problem. A new concept. Next one, I want to affect my key value. Can I do that? Yeah, of course you can do that. Let's say my dict second one, I need the value of key 1. It's an integer, right? 1, 2, 3. That's an integer. Okay, let's run this. See, you got 1, 2, 3. Let's say I need to subtract 1, 2, 3 from this 1, 2, 3. I mean, the key 1 of this dictionary, second dictionary, need to be 0. What can I do for that? Just reassign the value. Reassigning is the only thing that you can affect the dictionary. So let's say my dict 2 of key 1, we are giving the address of that, and then let's apply this function minus 1, 2, 3. Let's enter that. And now if you want your key 1 value again, okay, see, you got that. You got your key value, right? You got 0. That's it. So if you want to check, let's just type my dict. Oh, okay, my dict second one. Okay. See, you got key 1 equal to 0, key 2 equal to a list, and key 3 is a item. Yes, you change the value of a key 1. Great. Next, I'll just wait. Okay, it's stored. It is stored. I'll reassign this value again. I'll reassign it to I'll just run this again, and run this again. See, I've got my original 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now I want to change this 1, 2, 3. This 1, 2, 3 to a negative value. What can I do? What can I do to change that? Let's again type the address of that for which we want to change the value, affect the value. And let's again say key 1. Typing the address is finished. And this is the important format. Just type minus and is equal to, and just type 1, 2, 3. That's it. And now my dict key 2. Oh man, I'm just forgetting all that. Okay. Key 1, right? Like key. See, you just subtracted your 1, 2, 3, and you just subtracted it from a value 1, 2, 3. In the starting, I told to change that into a negative value, right? You can do that also. How can you do that? Just how can you do that? Just comment and let me know in the comment section. I just showed you to subtract the value from a different method. Now what I want you to do that is just show me that how can you change this minus 1, 2, 3, this plus 1, 2, 3 into minus 1, 2, 3. You are thinking that I don't know, right? Let me show you. Just double that number. 2, 4, 6. That's it. 2, 4, 6. You got that. Okay, 1 second. We just changed our value to 1, 2, 3, and now again we can just type 1, 2, 3 again. Oh man, God. Just let's type 2, 4, 6 again. You'll get that minus 1, 2, 3. Why is it going negative, 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 negative? Ah, God. 246 we got, right? Let's again now type. Now let's again type. Okay, See, storing a value and running that again after changing that, that's a big that's a really big mess. Now my second key value, let's type again my because in here you got 246 as your key item, right? Just subtract this from the next, double it and then subtract it, you will get the value. Because I just messed it up when I just changed that value to 0 again minus, forget it. Just comment and let me know. I know how to do that. Don't. Okay, I'm sorry. Next, here in the upper section we just wrote our dictionary. We did not just fill an empty dictionary. What if I want to fill an empty dictionary? Okay, to filling an empty dictionary, just give an empty dictionary. So we just gave an empty dictionary that equal to D. It doesn't store any value. Okay, so I just want to fill up this empty dictionary. What should I do? What is the format to fill up? So let's say D, we have to type some key value, right? For typing the key value, you have to type that address format. Just type this address format. Let's say animal. Okay, animal equal to, I have to assign some value, I mean item for this key. Okay, so for assigning, let's say dog. Oh, we have to type a string right here. It's taking dog as a variable. Okay, so now let's again assign another key and item for our new dictionary, filling it up. Let's say an integer and assign it with a 1. Okay, now I need my empty dictionary to be filled up. Great, you just fill your empty dictionary. Animal equal to dog, integer equal to 1. Super. Now there comes the hero, nesting. So this is a type of confusing, this one. There is no worry because I'm there, right? Okay, so how to nest our dictionary? How to nest that? Let's start typing our dictionary and then let's nest it. Okay, first let's type key 1. In the key 1 I need again 2 key values. Nesting means that, right? So how does a bird build its nest? Put keeping what do you call some type of wooden material, right? Wooden material into other one, into another one, into other one, top of that, and then building a nest, a beautiful nest. If you catch that, all the strings in that will be top, bottom, top, bottom. The pattern will be like that. Okay, let's do the same here. Nest key. Okay, the nested one, and for that also I'm giving another value like subnest value. Okay, subnest key. Great. Now we've typed all the keys nested in a nested form, and we have to also give our value, right? So for giving our value, we just have to type an item or anything. Now let's run this. Let's say D, I'm addressing key 1, and again in the key 1 we have nest key, subnest key, and after that we are having the item. So here let me give you a brief example. You have a treasure. That treasure is after 3 rooms. If you pass that 3 rooms, then you'll get that treasure. So first we pass the first room and then the second room named nest key. So we've already passed second room also. What is the third room? Third room name is subnest key. That's it. We've passed all the rooms and now we'll get our treasure. See, we got our treasure. Item 1. That is my treasure. Great. Next. I think that is for nesting. You can also play with this. I mean, you can just type D of key 1 and then D of nest key and the D of subnest key and just play with it, play around with it, because you'll be getting this material in GitHub. Don't worry, you'll be also given the link to go there. Next, we'll also discuss about some few dix methods where they are very useful for our real life situations. Let's start. Now in here again, let's assign a value like now capital D. Capital D is a little bit confusing. Let's say A as my dictionary. I'm choosing an alphabet so that I can confuse again. Key 1 is to value 1 separated by commas, remember that. And key 2 is to value 2 and then okay, key 3 is to value 3. Completed. Now let's run this dictionary. So A dictionary is stored in our Jupyter notebook. Now there's a important point to remember. This is known as key and this is known as a value. This is an example. That doesn't mean that whatever you gave here, that is dot that one. No. This first one is key and the second one is value. Let me show that quickly. A, right? A dot keys. Let's run that. Oh, okay. Let's run that again. Yeah, you got deck keys, key 1, key 2, key 3, and then A dot values. Let's run that again. We did not give our values there. I'm sorry. Okay, let's just type items so that we will get our items. Items. We've got our items. That's it. I think this is it. We've got everything. Okay, this is end of dictionaries. Next, let's go to tuples. So here we are at the second half, that is to know about tuples, or you can call them tuples, something. Okay, let's get into the tuples. In here, tuples are very similar to lists. However, unlike lists, they are immutable. It means that lists are mutable. It means you can change the value of lists, but in tuples, they are immutable. So immutable means they can change their value which you have given in the starting, meaning they cannot be changed. You can read here also. And then the next one, you would use tuples to represent things that shouldn't be changed, such as days of the week, because they won't change, or dates on a calendar, even they won't change. And you can also change can also say some sentences, some paragraphs, or some anything. Okay, next in this section we'll get a brief overview of the following. First one, constructing tuples. Next one, basic tuple methods. third one immutability, and fourth one when to use tuples. I'll show you all of the 4 examples. If I forget everything, you can also let me know in the comment section. And the next one, you'll have a intuition of how to use tuples based on what you've learned about lists. We can treat them very similarly with major distinction being that tuples are immutable. Uh, Here we are at the Jupyter notebook. Let's start first by creating a tuple. Don't forget that you'll be getting all of my resources in the GitHub section, and don't forget to view my official website also. Let's get into the tuple section by Jupyter notebook. So let's first create a tuple. Tuples are similar to lists, but they are not exactly lists. Lists use square brackets and tuples use parentheses. Parentheses means curly braces. 1, 2, 3, a simple tuple. Let's run this. And first let's test the length of our tuple. Is that working or not? There you go. We have 3 elements, 3 integers, so 3 output. Next, we can also mix object types, strings, integer, floats, you know that, right? Now let's reassign this value like 1 and 2. There you go, we've reassigned it. Now let's run this. You got it? So there is no error. It means that we can also mix data types. Don't just confuse, this is a basic one. I'll also just type here so that you will get a brief review in GitHub section. Okay, sorry for the delay. In the next one, in every section, indexing and slicing is very, very important. If you don't know the indexes, please go to the previous chapter where we learned about strings. In the strings, I'll be briefly explaining about indexing and slicing. But now, as we know indexing and slicing, let's jump to the tuples indexing and slicing, and let's solve everything and play with it. So first, I wanted you to just practice some questions. I'll also give you the practice questions. Now let's test the index value of our one string. Index first position is 0. Let's run this, and that's 1. That's great. We've got no error. And from the negative values, we'll start with -1. So let's test that also. This 2 minus values index start from here, right? So on the number line, you can imagine. Great. Now basic tuple methods, as I mentioned in that document in the theory part. Now in the basic tuple methods, I'll be showing you about what is the index. We've typed the index of that T0 here. We already knew the index of 1. What if we had a infinite tuple where we can search the indexes by counting 1, 2, 3, and 4? That's impossible, guys. So for that, we have basic tuple methods. In that, we can also we can also give the index value of certain element in our tuple. For example, we have a tuple named T dot. This is the format for knowing the index of some element in our tuple. Just type the element name. You have to know the element name. That's common, right? We have to type our element name, that is 1. Type exactly what is there, including caps, indentation, whatever, like is it a variable or a string or a float or an integer? Remember all those. You got the index 0, and when we type 0 here, we got this, and when we asked the Python interpreter to show the index, it gave us 0. That's great, it's working, we did correct. Next, I want to count how many elements are there. Let's say t.count. This is the format. So format is important in Python, not only in Python, in any programming language. Format is very, very important. See, you got t dot count 1 equal to 1. If 1 was a variable and it was holding some infinite count of strings in that, it will give you the count of that. Okay, you can also play with that. There are no worries. Next, we've also completed basic tuple methods. Now let's go to the main feature of tuples, that is immutability. That makes it different from lists, because lists are mutable. Next, immutability. Let me show some examples. Now we got here t index value of 0 equal to 1. What if I wanted to reassign the value with another one? Let's say t index value 0 equal to, I want to change it, so let's say change. Okay, it's a string, it's not a format, it's a string. We've got an error because tuple object does not support item assignment. We can't reassign anything, or we cannot append anything. Let's also use the append format. Append format is there in list probably. Yeah, I think it's in list. You can go there and you can verify there. You can go to my GitHub account and just you can see there. Next one will say nope. We'll try to append this, but it won't, because that tuple object has no attribute append. So how Python recognizes that it is tuple or not? I told you in the starting, just tuple contains parentheses and list contains square brackets. That's what make it different from list and tuple. That's it. These are the basic concepts to learn in tuples. If you have any more that I should explain or you want to know, please let me know in the comment section. And this is it for tuples and dictionaries. Meet you in the next lecture. So programmers, I want to give you one more note about Discord. This is very, very useful for programmers because we can chat everything here. We can stay connected with each other with a chat, or we even have a calling option here. We can connect lively and just talk to each other. I'll show you. See, it's like Zoom, Teams, Focus, etc. It's like similar, but not what you think. We can even chat with number of people at a time. There is no limit, and there are so many options in this. In announcement you can chat, because I will give announcements according to my channel. I will also share this channel server in my description. So what is Discord and why Discord? Discord is different from other social medias. So this is very, very private, and it's very useful actually. We can chat in a secure manner, and this also very good. I liked it, and I'll also share this server in description. Don't worry. You can also open this in web, or you can download this application in your desktop also. That's your wish. And in public chat we have announcements. In announcements you can chat, don't worry. In off topic you can chat with me off the topic. It means you can chat friendly, in a friendly way. In explore section, just forget about friendliness and everything. You have to chat only about programming section. I won't tolerate inappropriate chatting. You can also promote your YouTube videos, or you want to promote your repositories in GitHub or so on. So you can also chat with me, clarify your doubts, or I can clarify my doubts with you, anything. And in resources, as you know, I'll be giving my GitHub resources according to my YouTube videos. Don't forget to see them. That's it about Discord. This is very useful. Only I am there in my server, so don't worry. Please join this, and you'll be enjoying this really in a huge manner. Okay, so please join this because this is very useful to stay connected. That's it. Bye bye.